To make Chettinad spice powder, I have heated here a pan. Now to this I am adding about 2 tablespoons of whole coriander seeds and about 5 green cardamoms, few sticks of cinnamon. Now goes a teaspoon of black peppercorns, 1 bay leaf, and now goes about 5 dried whole red chilies. And I am going to dry roast all these ingredients till the coriander seeds turn a little brownish in color, and once it's half done I'll be adding the rest of the seeds, the finer seeds. I'll add it after a while because I don't want the finer seeds to be overdone. So once these are half done I'll add the rest of the ingredients. So keep on stirring it on medium heat. And about dried whole red chilies and peppercorns, you can add it to your taste. If you want really spicy chicken chettinad, you can add more. Coriander seeds have got a little color. Now to this I am adding a handful of curry leaves. This would be about 10 to 15 curry leaves, but you can actually add more or less according to your taste. In this recipe I'll be adding lots of curry leaves because curry leaves are my favorite, so I'm adding quite a lot, but then again it's up to your taste, you can add accordingly. Dry roast the curry leaf for about a minute and then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. While dry roasting, the aroma that you get from these spices are amazing. You can see here the curry leaves have dried out a little. Now to this I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of methi or fenugreek seeds, a teaspoon of fennel seeds or saum, and after adding these 3 seeds I am going to dry roast it till the methi seeds turn darker brownish in color. And once the methi seeds are done, the dry roasting of spices would be all done. Then I am going to put all these dry roasted spices to a grinder and I am going to grind it to a powder. So these spices are all done. The next thing is to grind it. After grinding, you can see the spice powder is ready. The next thing is to start making chicken chettinad. To make chicken chettinad, I have heated here about 1/4 cup of vegetable oil and added 1 bay leaf. Now goes few sticks of cinnamon, 3 cardamoms crushed up. Now goes about half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and about half a teaspoon of black mustard seeds. Let the seeds splutter, and once the seeds are done I'll be adding some chopped up onion to it. The seeds are done. To this I'm adding 2 cups of chopped up onion. Along with the onion I'm adding a handful of curry leaves and few green chilies. I have added here about 4 to 5 green chilies which I have cut into bigger pieces, and then about 8 to 10 curry leaves. I'm going to fry the onion till it turns a little translucent and it softens. Now to make sure that the onion is softened quickly, I have added here about half a teaspoon of salt, and along with the salt I'm adding about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and then I'm going to fry the onion. So goes about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and fry the onion till it turns a little translucent and softens. Onion has softened and it's quite translucent now. Now goes 2 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste, and I'm going to cook it till the raw aroma of ginger and garlic is gone. Keep the heat on medium to high. Ginger and garlic paste is done. Now to this I am adding about 1 cup of chopped up tomatoes. Give it a mix. And now I am going to cover the lid and let the tomatoes get a little soft. So I am going to cover the lid and let it cook on medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes, and by then the tomatoes will be quite soft. So goes the lid. After about 2 to 3 minutes, open the lid. You can see here tomatoes have softened and this masala has softened a lot. Now to this I am adding chicken. I have added here about 2 pounds of chicken with bones without the skin. If you wish, you can add boneless chicken as well. Now to this chicken I'll be adding the entire quantity of the spice powder that we made and some salt. So now goes about a tablespoon of salt. This is the final seasoning. Now goes the entire 4 tablespoons of the spice powder that we made. Now adding the Chettinad spice powder is absolutely to your taste. I like it a lot, so I have added the entire quantity. But if you want, you can add something around 2 tablespoons. If you are not quite fond of the spice powder, then 2 tablespoons will be good enough. Now after adding the spice powder, I am going to give it a good mix. Chicken is well mixed now. I am going to cover the lid and let it cook on medium heat for about 10 minutes. So cover the lid and cook it for about 10 minutes on medium heat. After 10 minutes, open the lid. You can see here chicken has oozed out some liquid because I have been cooking it on medium heat covered. That's the reason I have this much of liquid, and I'm not going to add any water to this dish. I'll cook the chicken in its own juice. So I'm going to again cover it for another 10 minutes, and then by the time the chicken will ooze out some more liquid and it will get cooked up in its own juice. So give it a good stir. Now goes the lid and again cook it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, open the lid. You can see here the chicken has oozed out so much of liquid. I haven't added even a drop of water to this. It's all the moisture that the chicken has oozed out. So I'm going to cook the chicken in its own juice for another 20 minutes. Now the cooking time of chicken depends on the size of chicken you have taken. For me, it will take about 20 more minutes. So now goes the lid for another 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes, this chicken is absolutely ready. If you want some gravy, you can add some hot water. But I like it pretty dry, so I'm not going to add any hot water to it. Now finally to this, I'm adding a handful of curry leaves. You can skip it if you don't want. And finally about a tablespoon of crushed up black pepper. Now give it a good mix, and that's it. This dish is ready to serve. So give it a good mix, a final good mix, and that's it. I'm going to serve it now. Chicken chettinad is ready. You can serve it with any kind of Indian bread or steamed rice. My personal favorite is some steamed rice. Today I can enjoy my chicken chettinad without shedding a single tear. Do try this very delicious recipe and share your comments and your suggestions. We will meet next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye-bye.